Ever wondered if life could exist without a single breath of air? We often think of oxygen as the absolute key to life. But our planet is full of surprises. Today we're diving deep into the abyss and exploring some of the most bizarre and resilient creatures on Earth that not only survive, but actually thrive in environments completely devoid of oxygen. Get ready to have your mind blown. Let's start our journey in one of the most extreme places imaginable, the DeepSea floor. Down here, sunlight is a distant memory. The pressure is crushing, and oxygen is incredibly scarce. Yet, life finds a way. Meet the Loricifera, a group of microscopic, multicellular animals. For a long time, scientists believed complex animals couldn't live their entire lives without oxygen. Then, in 2010, they discovered 3 new species of Loricifera in the anaerobic sediments of the Latalan Basin in the Mediterranean Sea. These tiny creatures, smaller than a grain of salt, are the first known animals to live their entire life, cycle without any oxygen. Instead of mitochondria, which use oxygen to generate energy, they have special organelles called hydrogenosomes, which do a similar job using other chemical reactions. It's like they're running on a completely different biological operating system. But it's not just animals. The world of microbes is where anaerobic life truly reigns supreme. Take methanogens, for instance. These ancient microorganisms are part of the archaea domain, a group of single-celled life forms that are as different from bacteria as we are. Methanogens live in swamps, deep-sea vents, and even in the digestive tracts of animals like cows and termites. They don't breathe oxygen. In fact, it's toxic to them. Instead, they perform a unique type of metabolism called methanogenesis. They use hydrogen and carbon dioxide to produce energy, and the waste product is methane gas. That's right. The swamp gas you might have heard of is essentially the exhaust from these tiny creatures. They play a crucial role in the carbon cycle, breaking down organic matter where no oxygen is available. Another fascinating group are the sulfate-reducing bacteria. You'll find these guys in muddy, oxygen-poor environments, like coastal sediments and wastewater. They have a very distinct smell like rotten eggs. That signature scent is hydrogen sulfide, which they produce as a byproduct of their respiration. Instead of using oxygen as the final electron acceptor in their energy-making process, they use sulfate. They're like nature's ultimate recyclers, breaking down organic compounds in places where other organisms can't survive. Their activity is vital for the sulfur cycle and has been happening on Earth for billions of years, long before our atmosphere was rich in oxygen. Now, let's talk about something a bit more familiar. Yeast. Specifically, Saccharomyces cerevisiae, the same yeast used to bake bread and brew beer. Yeast is a facultative anaerobe, which means it's a versatile organism that can switch its metabolism based on the environment. When oxygen is around, it breathes just like we do. But when you seal it up in a fermentation tank with lots of sugar, it switches to an anaerobic pathway. It breaks down the sugar into ethanol and carbon dioxide without using any oxygen. This process of fermentation is what gives us beer, wine, and the bubbles that make our bread rise. It's a perfect example of how life can adapt its strategy to thrive in different conditions, from the deepest parts of the ocean to the inside of a cow's stomach. Life without oxygen is not just a strange exception. It's a fundamental part of our planet's biology. These incredible organisms show us the sheer diversity and resilience of life. They challenge our assumptions and remind us that even in the most inhospitable places, life finds a way to flourish. Who knows what other bizarre and wonderful extremophiles are out there, waiting to be discovered. Thanks so much for joining me on this deep dive into the world of anaerobic life. If you found this as fascinating as I do, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe for more explorations into the weird and wonderful corners of science. See you in the next video.